Washington, D.C.A. The chamber was packed, cameras were rolling. What was supposed to be a routine policy debate quickly turned into one of the most unforgettable moments in political history. Senator Bernie Sanders, the progressive firebrand, pressed Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett harder than anyone ever dared. But what happened next? It left him a broken bar, absolutely speechless. Cut to dramatic pause, black screen, then Crockett's voice thunders in. Jasmine Crockett, clip, you want details, Senator? Fine. But you better be ready, because I'm about to give you more than you bargained for. Music drop, title splash on screen. Scene 1, the setup, Congress hearing room. Bernie Sanders, leaning forward, eyebrows furrowed. Jasmine Crockett sits calm but focused, papers stacked in front of her. The atmosphere feels tense. Narrator, on the surface, this was just another policy hearing, but beneath it, tension was brewing. Bernie Sanders, known for his fiery passion and uncompromising demands, so wanted answers. He wasn't about to let vague talking points slide. And his target, Jasmine Crockett, Bernie Sanders, stern, leaning intimate. Congresswoman Crockett, the American people deserve clarity on this healthcare bill. You've given us values and principles, but where are the details? How do you pay for it? How do you implement it? Don't give me slogans, give me substance. The room murmurs. Journalists scribble. Crockett lifts her chin, eyes narrowing. Scene 2, the pressure. Narrator, Sanders was relentless. He pressed harder, his voice cutting through the air like a hammer striking steel. Bernie Sanders, pounding the table lightly. Numbers, timelines, mechanisms. To Congresswoman, we've heard enough speeches. I'm asking you, where is the plan? A hush falls. Crockett adjusts her mix slowly, leans forward with calm fire in her voice. Jasmine Crockett, you want numbers, Senator? You want the blueprint? Fine. But don't think for 1 second I came here unprepared. The audience shifts forward in their seats. A sense of electricity fills the air. Scene 3, the sharp answer. Narrator, and in a broken bar she unleashed it. Not vague, not defensive, but a line so sharp, it sliced through the chamber like lightning. Jasmine Crockett, voice steady, eyes locked on Sanders. While you press me for policy details, let me remind you my team and I drafted a 172-page document breaking down the exact cost structure, funding streams, and implementation strategies. It's been sitting in your inbox since Tuesday. If you didn't read it, that's on you and not me. Gasps echo in the chamber. Sanders' eyebrows shoot up. Cameras zoom in on his stunned expression. Narrator, intensifying tone. The silence was deafening. In a single sentence, Crockett flipped the entire exchange upside down. What was supposed to corner her, ended up exposing the very man who pressed the question. Scene 4, the reaction. Crowd murmurs. Some staffers hide smiles. Reporters furiously type notes. Aides exchange glances. Sanders sits back, lips pressed, momentarily speechless. Bernie Sanders, after a pause, softer, well, a broken bar. Congresswoman, on a broken bar. Perhaps I should have a broken bar revisited that document more carefully. Jasmine Crockett, leaning in, voice sharp but respectful. I don't do empty speeches, Senator. I come prepared, always, because the people who sent me here, they deserve nothing less than clarity, accountability, and results. Applause breaks out the air for a hearing. The room vibrates with energy. Sanders raises his hand slightly to quiet the reaction, but the damage is done. Crockett owned the moment. Scene 5, the aftermath. Narrator, within hours, clips of the exchange flooded social media. Hashtags exploded. Crockett strikes back. Bernie silent. Policy mic drop. Millions watched as the fiery exchange replayed across every platform. Montage of tweets, headlines, and TikTok clips. Tweet on screen. Jasmine Crockett just schooled Bernie Sanders with facts and receipts. Iconic. Headline, Crockett versus Sanders. The answer that silenced the Senate chamber. Clip of a young activist. She didn't just clap back as she dropped a whole filing cabinet on him. Narrator, for years, Sanders was the one pressing others for answers. But this time, Jasmine Crockett showed what happens when preparation meets pressure. And the result, silence. Outro. Narrator, closing with intensity. One moment, one answer, one silence that spoke louder than words. In the battle of policy and preparation, Jasmine Crockett proved she wasn't just ready, she was unstoppable. Final shot, Crockett walking out of the chamber confidently, cameras flashing around her. On-screen text, Bernie Sanders presses Jasmine Crockett, but her sharp answer left him silent. Narrator, final line, and that a broken bar is history. Music fades, screen cuts to black with subscribe plus notification bell animation.